And there came a time where there was a change on the YouTube channel of the Potsquatch Growers. All of a sudden they were sitting with the tripod. Well, don't worry, it exists. Welcome to the show of the merging of the worlds. Welcome to Happy Motherfucking Tibs Day, everybody. I learned that term today from little Adam Squatch there, I'll tell you. And it turns out Tibs Day is like the day before Christmas Eve in Newfoundland when all the boys and girls, all the friends, the Tibs Eve, they all hang out to get drunk because they all got to go spend time with their family after Tibs Eve. So that's what this is about. It's about the camaraderie in Newfoundland of the people coming together. And well, my wife is wanting to work on some of the videos there, so I figured, well, let's bring you a live stream from the lab. See, can you tell I've never done horizontal before? I blocked the camera. Yes. Well, let's do this. Also, too, it's been kind of nice, being back in the lab. I mean, it's been so long. I'm going to take these off. It's a little bit harder to see, everybody. A little bit easier to see without the sunglasses. Probably could turn up the, screen brightness there, too. I wonder what happens if I do this. Woo! And then it flips. Nope, I liked the other angle better. There we go. Sorry, everybody. I'm just fucking around here. And eventually we will get back to it, and we'll put it in the tripod for a bit as well, and all of that. What's up, Crying Owl, my friend? Happy, merry holidays. How you doing? I hope it's all doing well down where you are. And you're doing fine. This is really weird, holding it horizontally like this. Or do I have it zoomed in? Nope, this is just how close it shoots me. See, but the great thing is we've got a tripod too, so. Dun, 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 dun. I should probably put it in the tripod for at least a minute, my friends. Merry Potmas to you as well, Von Williams. 1 second here. I am precariously perching this on a sink. All right, this is not a good angle. We will work on that. But first things first, I gotta plug this damn phone in because I am a smart man. Therefore, I did not charge my phone before any of this. And we will get back to it here. What's up, Barton Harrison? How's it going down in Colorado? Happy holidays to you and yours, my friend. All right. Sorry, everybody. Well, here, see, we could even do this. Just hold it like one of those selfie sticks. I am holding you like a selfie stick. As you can see, we are hanging out in the lab for the show tonight, my friends. That's right. We are getting real in the lab. As you can see right behind me here, that's one of our dehumidifiers. And by one of, the only one. If it breaks down, I'm fucked. Well, no, not fucked. Just means out money. Gonna have to buy another one. For those of you out there who are newer growers and you're thinking about, maybe you're starting to kind of get a few grows under your belt. You're like, hey, let's start stepping things up. Let's do a large kind of a room. I'm going to tell you, having a dehumidifying system within your build is quintessential to your build, my friends. Little Red Big Smile just snuck in to smash your like and give love and support. Back at you, Little Red Big Smile. How's your day going? I know you're just in real quick and out, but much love to you and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to you and yours, my friend. Here, 1 second here. I'm going to try to turn up the screen brightness here a little bit, everybody. Because it might make it easier for me to actually read it. Do you know what I'm saying? Where the fuck is the brightness on this crap? Just a moment. There we go. Boom. Oh, yeah. See, that's beautiful. See, now I can actually see people now. And read shit. Too blessed to be stressed. Hashtag boom. Well, a little stress is good for you, but it'll kill you. So, potato, potato, moderation. Look at the French, right? Hashtag boom. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Thanks for all the tips over the year, mate. Cheers. Hey, wake and bake now. Back at you, my friend. Thank you for being here, for being part of the community. Thank you to all of you for being part of this community. This is weird. Sorry, I'm getting used to where the camera is on this shit. I'm trying to there we go. If I look here, I'm looking at you. It's just at the bottom right-hand corner, the way I've got this one set up. But hey, fuck it. Doesn't matter. I appreciate all of you. And we've had an amazing 2019. We're ending the 2019 now. The new year is coming, my friends. We've got some of the new babies that we're going to be going into the new year, hanging out with us tonight for the show. And I'm just excited for the coming plans. I'm excited for stepping shit up here on the channel. I mean, YouTube may crucify all of us in the coming new year. It may happen in February. That's why we're backing up all of our content and slowly going to eventually shift over to YouTube, at least as a backup. We're hoping to stay on YouTube. We'd like to stay on YouTube. That's kind of where we prefer to be, in all honesty. But at the same time, it seems that YouTube is making it very kind of hard for us to do so. Oh, YouTube, why are you being so mean to us, man? We've been here for like so long on YouTube, but teaching the world. It's not just us. We've only been here like 2.5 years, but like with channels, with content on your platform, it's like decades old. So like, what the fuck, man? Hello? But what are you going to do? And if they do come after us, well, hell, we're going to fucking say fuck it and rock and roll and keep on going. One second here, everybody. I'm going to try to get my computer fired up here as well, because it might make it a little bit easier for me to read comments if I have a computer to read off of, rather than trying to use the phone. Okay, here, 1 second. Jake's 4 Nats, it's one of the many things it can handle, my friend, Shit Show Grows. It is a wonderful product. Okay, here, 1 second, everybody. I'm just trying to play catch up here. I'm reading it on the phone while the computer's firing up. What's up, Michael Summers? Hey, I'm really looking at getting a LED for my smelly trees. Just curious, what would you say an average yield / harvest would be from a double squatch and a 4x4 tent? Properly utilized? You can properly utilized in a 4x4, you should be at least getting 1.5 to 2p. 100%. What's up, DJ? I'm doing well. Busy day, you know, me and the Mr. Potsquatch, last minute shopping, going into town, doing a few errands and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it was intense. Many people, many stupid drivers on the road, but that's kind of normal. But no, it was good though, you know. Survived anyway, and then I got home to come hang out with all of you, my friends, and that's very nice too. And then I'm looking forward to hanging, you know, with the wife later too. So it's like I survived the people back in the woods. We're in the lab now, and I'm feeling all right. 1 second here. Hey, Potsquatch. Oh, yo, from Dustin. Yeah. What's up, Dustin? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna stop fucking with the phone and let it be a camera. And let's fire up this laptop so I can try to read shit. 1 second here, everybody. Bear with my crazy ass. Well, I'll try to read from here for now. All right. Shout out from Indoor Grow Store in Minnesota. Oh, hey, fuck yeah. What's up, Austin? How you doing, my friend? Hey, let me know if you, my friends, want to carry Jake's All-in-One down at your store. Our company is the sole distributor of Jake's and all of their future coming products to all of the continental US of A. I wasn't really going to do any of that kind of business stuff till the new year. It's kind of the holidays now. But, saying, you know, if you're at a store down there, you want some Jake's, give me an email there. We'll talk about it in the new year, my friend. Shit's fucking great, man. All right. Oscar Seja. What's up, Oscar? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing well. I survived the day. We're hanging out in the lab. We're going to hang out with everybody. Talk about growing weed titties and also just having a good time. My laptop is proving to do every update or this or that under the sun and still isn't firing up the appropriate browser program, so I'll be able to read more easily once we get the fucking computer going. What is the most important metric? I mean, fuck. I'm not the super duper uber nerd. I'm actually still learning the nuances of the uber math behind all of it, to be completely honest. I can tell you that, for example, where a lot of people have a super hard on for example, looking at an volt-joule ratio, by and large, in many senses, one could argue it is kind of a theoretical concept, and isn't necessarily the best way to think about the efficiency. I think it's important to look at all the general variations. A PAR map is very important. The PAR map, the PPFD and all that crap, that's all very important. Looking at what the actual chip itself is, looking at what the actual wattage draw at the wall is, what is the driver, where has that driver been sourced from, what is the Kelvin color that you're playing with,
And then also too, but so from a metric system, I don't think I'm educated enough to have a formal opinion of the best one. I'm educated enough to understand some of them and to be understanding more. So one, PAR is extremely important. Um, PAR PPFD efficacy is important. And still having the joule, even though it's kind of a theoretical concept in certain senses, one could argue that's an important one too. And to put that bluntly, it's like you want good efficiency, aka you want high numbers on shit. You want light intensity, you want a fuckload of light, you want a shitload of light for as little power as you can while still butt fucking HPS. That's the goal there. And at the same time, you got to remember too, with LED lights, it's a different type of light than an HPS. Where an HPS, to put it simply, right? Imagine an HPS is coming in. It's like, you want to eat some light? I'm gonna cram that shit down your throat. With an LED light, the way the light, in terms of its waves and the photons themselves, they're much more easily digested within or into the plant. All right, so your plants are just happier. A big part that has been with the tech has been general light intensity, penetration, and coverage. And we're starting to fix that, my friends. And we're kind of there where HPS can be dead. But I know that's not the direct answer you were looking for. Ben, Lozano, they do. And I'm going to tell you, Ben, most manufacturers are full of shit. They misrepresent crap. They don't really explain it to people. And I'm always going to be blunt with you in every fucking way. So will Brett. For example, if I didn't know something, I'll either contact Brett, ask him, or a couple of my LED super nerd friends that I've developed over the last few months. Or you can even email Brett yourself too. You're always welcome to reach out to him as well with questions. He's happy to answer, and that's a big part both on their end and our end, customer service as well as just community service and being there for our people and helping to answer questions so you can make educated decisions regardless of whether you buy our rigs or not is important to us. We want you to have success. We want you to have fun. To be fair, I mean, I'll be blunt, this is not me tooting my own horn. Probably should buy our lights because they're the most affordable professional grade tech around. But, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to buy them. If you want to go spend more money somewhere else for less light, I mean, go for it. I mean, as long as you're getting something that's built out of quality parts at least so you can have success, I'll be happy enough. Rather you not waste a shitload of money. But, 1 second here, everybody. What's up, Felicia? How you doing? Well, Bert McBurney, let's put it to you this way. In the history of Soul Strips Company ever existing, they were predominantly a parts company before we came along. They have, to this day, not had a strip burnout. There have been issues with the odd diode here or there occasionally over many years. I think they've been on market for at least 5 or 6 years now. Currently, there has not been a strip burnt out. In terms of the current rig stats with the current technology, chip tech. See, I'm running out of beer in the brain. Give me a second. All right. So, with current actual setup built on terms of the parts that are in the Scotch lighting systems, they've got 50,000 hours of operating time. What the fuck does 50,000 hours of operation mean? Well, let's break it down at 18.6. Very standard lights on at 18.6 off. Lighting scheme for all of us out there. At 18.6 at 50,000 hours, that's 7.6 years. Now, if we're incorporating a 1212 into this scheme, we're pushing that operating tech to like 10, 12 years. And that's in terms of all of the diodes and shit that's built into the lighting fixture. Meanwhile, drivers are the best driver on the market. They are the Cadillac engine. And they will rock for years upon years upon years. The general design of the system is meant that technically, even when you hit 7.6 years, let's say at the 18.6 breakdown of it, daily usage every single day for every single year, and you took care of it, you didn't hurt it or anything, took care of your fucking shit, right? It will have at maximum lost only 10% efficacy after almost a full decade. And at a 90% operation after that period of time, That's still cranking like a motherfucker. Now, let's go back to HPS. I like to switch my HPS every 2 fucking runs because the bulbs start to shit the bed. They take more power. The older they get, more and more power with less and less light with greater heat output. So really, I mean, for me, the math is down. I mean, that's why I grow with LED. All right, so. What's up, Philly's Finest 215? Potsquatch, we only use mean well drivers. Mean well drivers are the only drivers on the market that are the Cadillac. They are the shit. All right? Inventronics, all that other crap. They're basically souped up knockoffs, but they're not mean well. If you want reliability, you want the industry standard for a high performance drive engine in a sense for your lighting fixtures, you use a fucking mean well driver. Why? Just because it's just the way it is. We do regularly buy other drivers that come out. We will personally test them. If something comes along that's better than a mean well and affordable in terms of, like, for example, what a mean well costs, we will then begin offering it. It hasn't happened. We've played around with everything that's out there. We're sticking with mean well, baby. It's like a Cadillac. Fucking performance. I hope that helped to answer your question. Oh fuck, Thomas Minish. I've got a whole case of it. I forgot to update the website. Shit. I'll do it right now. I've got 12 bottles in my office right now. We've had it for a week. I forgot to put them on the store like a dumbass. Give me a second and I will update the stock quantity on that for you. 1 second. Logging into our store. Ah, crap, it's being a dick. It's not auto-loading my store login name. 1 second here. I got this, everybody. Everybody talk amongst yourselves while Uncle Potsquatch is updating the stock in the store. Wrong email. Perfect. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Just give me a moment. Almost ready. All right. So, there we go. And, no, that's, sorry, 1 second. I'm being, obviously, very gifted at computers right now. Okay, copying, there we go. Now we're going to log into the store and I will update the quantity of Jake's 500 milliliter bottles, my friend, because we have a whole brand new case of Jake's 500 milliliter. Oh, hell yeah. No, the rosin is just very nice, my friend. I'm letting her sit in cold cure after doing our little bake down on that action, you know what I'm saying? Oop, put the wrong, there we go. Bear with me here, everybody. I'm just trying to fix the online stock. There we go, there we go. Ba, 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 ba. Almost there. Okay, products, let's go there. I think it's through there. Then we go through inventory. There we go. Pulling up our inventory. There we go. I'm going to go, oh, well, you know, Jake's actually has 12 available now. Not 0, but 12. That is now saved. Please go to my store and double check that because there should now be 12 fresh 500 milliliter bottles of Jake's on the digital platform for purchase. They're in my office. I just haven't put them on the website there. But those are available. We have it already in. I just hadn't uploaded it on the website, and I apologize for that. What's up, Suburban Life? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Patterson Motorsports? I'm doing well. How are you doing, my friend? Oh, here, we're going to pull up the stream on the computer here, too. All right. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, look at the back of that asshole's head. Oh wait, it's me. Hey, Merry Christmas back at you, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday so far, my friend. I'm excited for the coming little new babies, the new little babies. It's going to be very nice. Nice little new babies there, Coming in the new year, they're going to be doing things. This girl's getting better. Her sister's in there under the blurple piece of shit still, but I'll probably bring her in here to veg her out a bit. You know what I'm saying? Shit Show Grows, 3,500 Kelvin all the way. 3,500 Kelvin color has been proven by at least some. I've never done the experiment myself and compare and contrast, but there's a lot of published articles that the highest yield also comes from 3,500 Kelvin color. So, but yeah, this is, for example, my double squatch that I've got fired on right here. This is a 3,500 Kelvin color double squatch. And yeah, I'm a 3,500 Kelvin color kind of motherfucker, I'll tell you. All right, so these are some Baba Cushes here from Pilgul. Over there, we've got some Gorilla Blues from our friend Stina down in the States. In the middle of those five, there's a shitty Purple Kush from, what are their names again? The shitty seed company? I bitch about them all the time. What are they? King something stupid. Crop King. Shit seeds. Anyway, moving on. Then we've got some Bubba Cherry Firefly. We've got two ones. This girl's looking nice. This girl's taking a little bit of time to settle in. The third Bubba Cherry Firefly cross a little fucked up. And this is one of the Northern Lights clones that we're slowly bringing back to health and regeneration from our friend Troy. Yeah, Crap King. I like it. That's right, Flippy Dippy. And that's right, Shit Show Grows. Oh, shit. Good times. All right. It's weird because I got the screen here shooting, but I can also see people. But then, boom, it's all there and there, but it's delayed. And I'm like, I'm looking at myself. Ah! 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 Sorry, I'm just fucking around. Yeah. Dude. Out of those purple cushions that they gave me, only one bean kind of worked, and it's fucking wonky. I'm going to let her go, and I'm just going to see what it is. I never write, if it's the only bean out of a pack of beans I spent a shitload of money on, well, by shitload, I mean too much. So, like, I think I paid like $65 for the pack or something for 5 beans, which is dumber than shit. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it going just to play around with it and see if it turns into something. But, like, I did have a friend. I bought 2 packs, one for me and one for my friend when I was at the store that had them. And, you know, he did try them out, and he was not overly impressed with it either. Derek Richards, another seed bank to check out. Now, mind you, they're not carrying other people's work anymore. I think they're exclusively only doing their own developed stuff. But in the past, they were always good. So let's hope that what they're doing. GYO was always really good back in the day. Another one that I used to go to, I don't even know if it exists anymore. It used to be called like bcbuddepot.com or something like that. But that's back in the day now. And there's some decent ones out of Europe too. I'm not a huge awareness of terms of different sites for that one, but I know a few things. 48 hours at the end of harvest. Not at the end of harvest, but at the end of your period, you know what I'm saying. Merry Christmas to you as well, Helga and Troy. No, you do 48. I like to do 24, 48, or 72, depending on situational stuff for harvest. on my cannabis plants, all right? But that's before harvest, not at the end of harvest, because if you harvest it and then you put it in the dark, I mean, that's part of drying. You dry in the dark, but I mean, you don't turn the lights on after 2 days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rita's Juicy Life? Happy holidays and Merry Dankmas, baby. Hell yeah, Patterson Motorsports. Sorry, everybody, I'm playing catch up here and just reading messages, and I am reading it off the cell phone, even though I've got a whole thing. Audio so juicy to see me, Rita? Well, that's okay, baby. I like that. My wife would like that too. It's very nice. Hello. Oh, what's up, Zeke, baby? What's crack lagging? I bought Extreme Haze from Crop King and only one bean popped. Right? I had 3 out of 5 beans kind of popped. Only one fucking bean popped that came out of the ground. And then it turned into this wonky, weird thing. Now, to be fair, it's not as wonky and weird as the one Bubba Cherry Firefly right now. That thing is genetically retarded, to be honest. It's really wonked to shit. But I'm still going to grow it. I'm curious to see, because I've seen basic baby seedlings. Sometimes when you get a baby seedling that is a little wonked to shit, give it some patience. Give it some time. You never know what it's going to turn into. And sometimes you might be surprised. And it's going to be like, oh my goodness. Hey, Rita, I just started reading your message and you retract it. Don't worry, you could be a naughty girl. You're allowed to make a naughty message. As long as you're respectful, perverted, it doesn't bother any of us here. Hey, it's 420 on the thing. There was 42 people, or no, 44 people watching, and then there was a 20, so it was a 420 for a brief moment on the thing. I got very excited. I'm a nerd. You're going to grow some skunk next run. Nice. Now, is it kind of like an OG sativa skunky funky monkey kind of thing? Like some of that OG skunk? Hello, Rob Henderson. Good evening to you, dear sir. Well, I could tell that you got excited there. You know, Rita's Juicy Life. But I mean, your name is, in fact, Rita's Juicy Life. So if you're not, in fact, getting juicy at the things that you like, then maybe it's a misnaming, you know? I mean, it's no more. It's not good, you know? I don't know. Just something I was thinking about. 1 second here. Potsquatch, love your videos. I know this does not pertain to your lights, but do you think the... no, you're allowed to ask. Like, it's not like, either you buy my lights and talk about my lights, or I'm going to tell you to fuck off. You can ask anything. Don't worry about it. I'm not like that at all. It's totally cool. 1 second here. Do you think the purple LED would have a low yield on purple bud? It's not going to have an effect in terms of a purple bud or anything like that. You just got to remember that blurple technologies have their limits. You can grow some decent crops. If you look at the beginning of our channel here, like, I mean, we were growing with some blurple LEDs when we first started this off, and slowly bought a few more because, well, you know, I'm an actor and a comedian. You know, you never have a lot of money, right? But, so... At the end of the day, you just have to remember, though, that a lot of these blurple lights have been based off technologies that were developed by NASA for many moons ago. And that math, that tech, that design was not designed for cannabis. It was designed for growing algae in fucking space, man. Not weed titties, algae in space, you know? And that's where a lot of these blurple techs have come from and been playing with. So... you can get some decent weed and get a decent return with a blurple. I would encourage you that, I mean, if you're just starting out to want to go with something basic and you can't afford, like, my smallest light, totally understand. Get a cheap blurple to start playing with as you learn, but I will encourage you, do not waste too much money on substandard tech if you're going to be a grower and keep going. It's worth saving your pennies and slowly but surely building an arsenal in terms of having a rewarding career, as it were, as a grower with your own world and doing your own stuff. So I'm a big advocate of that, you know, so, and, you know, buy whoever's lights you want. Ours are the best and most affordable, but I mean, you know, that's just what we do. But I mean, at the end of the day, we don't care if you buy our lights. We just want you to have a happy, wonderful experience. So that would be my advice to you, if that makes sense. 1 second here. Kind LED, no, but Kind LED is very similar to King LED, King Plus, so I've used similar things. What's up, Texas Pete? Right? Exactly, William Johnson. The Dark Mama Fino was a little wonky genetically, but had some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. Here, I'm just gonna stop doing this through the fucking phone. 1 second, everybody. I'm catching up here now. Okay, laughed my ass off. It was a call, dinosaur mate. I like it, William Johnson. I like Blurple. Happy Dude Grows. Yo, what's up? Happy Dude Grows. All right. I like that word, says Felicia. Ben Lozano. I'm about to start 5 Nazar plants. Afghani and Piscon. Very nice, Ben. I like that. What's up, 71 Casv Zach 187? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well in your fucking worlds, my friends. 1 second here. I'm trying to play catch up here. Blurple says Zeke. Hey, Squatch and all. How's it going? What's up, John Boy? I hope you're doing well. Just finished following your candy vid. Except I use 6 grams of oil. Yeah, Felicia Casper, she is a sexy lady. I agree with that. My wife thinks so too. Chilling like a villain. Smoked out like Bob Dylan. All right, good times, buddy. Happy Dude Grows. Rita, shucks. Hi, Texas. Freaking got a phone call. It's all right, 71 by 10. We'll see you in a bit, baby. It's all right. We'll be here. Wait, you're back from the phone call. Well, you know, whatever you missed, you can see it. You can see it in playback. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to post a video tonight of all my stuff. Fuck yeah, Cookie Monster. That sounds sexy. Do it. I'm in big support of that. Go for it. Cheers back at you, Organic Home Buzz. Rock and roll, my friend. Where's the rosin, Mr. Squatch? It's in the fridge. Cold curing. Rita's Juicy Life. I want cookies. I could bake you some crazy pot cookies. The problem is my wife is, Miss Potsquatch is kind of a lightweight, so she'll only have a couple of pops or like a little bite of a cookie, right? So if I make a whole batch of cookies, like I'm getting fucked up. Or if I don't make them strong enough to fuck me up, then, you know, normal humans can eat them, but they're useless to me. But I can't like eat an entire batch of cookies. That's always been my problem. So I've got like a shitload of like extremely potent can of butter in the fridge right now. And I try to get creative and use it a little bit, you know, for my medicinal things, right? But it's like, man, like I miss cookies, but I can't eat a whole fucking thing of cookies because I know I'm gonna eat 2 or 3 of them. If I'm gonna eat the whole box, then I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm having a stroke and a heart attack, and wake up in the middle of the night. Then my wife's gonna be like, dumbass, you ate all the wheat cookies. I'll be like, oh, okay. It's happened before with cake, wheat cake, and other edibles and stuff. Wake and bake now. I trimmed off some sample buds to let the main buds get more light. At 5 weeks, stuff is lethal already, right? Isn't that a good feeling? It's always a good feeling when you do that. Yeah. Was it busy down in Texas today, Pete? We did some shopping just in Mission today, and we were in the big mall the other day. It was pretty crazy. It was nuts. Yeah, that's right. An adult Christmas. Exactly, Organic Home Buzz. Hell yeah, wake and bake now. Rita's Juicy Life. I'm serious. I'm sure you are. What are you serious about? I'm gonna have to scroll up, Rita. We're scrolling up. Oh, I want cookies. I'm serious. But where do you live, Rita? Come on over. I'll bake some cookies. Yeah, I did just get home. Well, not just home. I've been home for a little bit. Kind of had a joint, had a beer or two, and then we decided to get the show going here. You know. There we go. All right. Yes. Happy Dude Grows. Those candies will sweat and stick together. So what I like to do is take a powdered sugar, and I didn't do that when I first made those. I used to just keep them in the fridge. If you keep them in the fridge, they should be okay, but I still like to toss them in a powdered sugar to help keep them. You can also use fructic acid and then roll them in that. It'll help them to not stick together, and it also absorb a little bit of that sweat moisture. But for long-term storage, keep them in the fridge, my friend. Keep them in the fridge. Oh, Rita Juicy Lifestyle like Cookie Monster. Oh my goodness. Of course, I wear Potsquatch Growers shirts and hats almost everywhere I go now these days. Unless I have to wear something else. But typically, if I go anywhere in public, I wear it now. That's actually how Glenn Wells and I actually became personal friends. He's coming to my house for Christmas this year now. We went to the Prairie Harvest Cup together. He was part of the crew. He's one of my homies. He's been in the show. We'll see him at Christmas. We'll do a bit of a live stream. But he actually recognized me wearing the Potsquatch Growers Army t-shirt at the federal polling station for the federal election. I forgot my voting card. So did the wife. So we had our ID and we were going up to vote. And so Glenn is sitting there and he goes, can I see your shirt? I go, yeah. So I unzip my leather coat and I open her up. He goes, shit, I know who you are, man. I go, oh, Potsquatch. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, man, I'm Glenn Wells. I'm the owner of canamatch.ca. I was like, oh, shit. You're on my Facebook. I don't know how you're there. But, I mean, yeah. And then we became fucking homies. That was a surreal experience for me as the Potsquatch, as the growth of the brand has been, and what we're doing, and as we grow. Getting recognized wearing the shirt as the Potsquatch and being the Potsquatch at the federal polling station at the registration table, well, that felt good. I've got to say, I didn't like how the election went, but at least that happened. That was pretty cool. Hell yeah, Modu 420. Glenn Wells is very much part of the Potsquatch Growers Army. He is one of our fellow Potsquatches, a badassdom. That's right. It's a technical term as a secondary definition variable of what a Potsquatch is. The badassdom, you know? Hashtag boom. Well, exactly, Michael Summers. So this is actually my plan. Is actually I am shooting a Squatch Light commercial in the new year as one of the things that we will be doing. And simply put, what we're going to do with that is I'm actually going to fucking pay to put it on YouTube. So if they try to fuck with us, I will now be a customer and I could be like, hey, dick fuck. You play my company's ads. My company was birthed via you. What the fuck? So that's kind of actually my secret weapon I'm coming up with in the future. That's going to be one of our secret weapons. Or at least fun ways to play it and see what happens. I need more light in here. It's so pink. Oh, fuck. 1 second. I'm way behind on this shit. There we go. 1 second. Hell yeah, Ginger Snaps. I hope you and your family's doing well as well. Well, you know, laughter is the best medicine. And you know what? If there's one thing I've always said to people, I'm at least good for a laugh. If you're having a bad day, having a hard day, there's probably one of the most qualified people to cheer you up. Unless I'm having a hard day. And I could probably still do it, though. Slowly cry inside. Sadie S, on the last run, we didn't bring the double squatches in fully. We didn't even bring them in at all for a few weeks into flower. We did then originally launch with 2, and then we eventually switched over to both. But given the partial flowering window, we did very well. Let me put it to you this way. I don't like to give out exact numbers, especially with YouTube trying to fuck with us, and it's just safety reasons. But you can easily do 2 a light with the double squatch. Very easily. If you know how to grow from pot and you know some basic shit, you're good to go. It is very much good for you, Ginger Snaps. It's part of how I told cancer to fuck off. It could have my favorite nut, but I had a new favorite nut by default. Bartholomew the True, my one and only Starbuck. Well, Cody Monko, I mean, Christmas, I think, is hard for a lot of people. A lot of people close to me, it's hard for them. For me personally, I don't experience things from it that way, but that's why, like, at our house, we've always tried to be all inclusive, right? So, for example, on Christmas Day, I'm going to dinner at my house. I don't care who shows up. Anyone is welcome at our table. Anyone is welcome to come and eat, be merry, have a drink, have three, smoke some weed, be merry, and be not alone, right? So, um, I totally feel for how hard things are at Christmas, but in general, I think a big part of how we could fix that, though, is to people just sort of sharing their hearts and open up the worlds a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm falling behind again. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to play catch up. Marcus Degen, was ist los? Mein Bruder, alles gut? I think we're being too loud. I heard like smashing, and I think the wife's trying to record shit. So I was like, oh, that's probably her hitting the door. But I'm pretty sure though that this microphone on this phone is fairly decent, and you can probably still hear me if I don't shout, get excited. So I'm gonna try to use my inside voice and be a considerate asshole. Merry Christmas Eve, Mr. Potsquatch, as well to you, Matt Doucette. It's gonna be a very Merry Christmas Eve here. Beautiful. I am cutting down my second crop tomorrow with much success and motivation from this channel. Oh, well, Matt, that's wonderful. That makes me very happy. And I'm very happy that you are able to do that. That's fucking awesome. Hashtag boom. Frankie boy, what's good, people? What's good with you, Frankie boy 86? I'm chilling, and I'm also trying to like monitor my volume. I know if I go in the lab, it'll be less penetrating, so I can kind of go slightly up. But I'm currently in the den, which is also functions as my office. See, we're standing here. There's a bunch of Jakes on the shelf right here. Stock, right? Shitloads of rolling papers. Shirts are over there, and I'm smoking a cigar. But I realized though that I think I was being too loud for my wife who's trying to shoot a YouTube video and shoot some musical stuff. What's up, armed American patriot? What's crack lacking, my friend? Welcome to the show, baby. I'm trying to play catch up here now. A second here. Okay, I'm just reading right now, everybody. Ja, alles gut, mein Freund. Ach, gut, gut, gut. Das ist sehr gut. Ginger Snaps, Afrotech Fusion Labs. I'm big on folks not being alone for the holidays too, right? Exactly, man. It's like just be inclusive. Let people, you know what I mean? Like, and you never know when you can make a new friend. Like, I mean, some of my best friends in the whole world. I don't have a lot of really close friends, but like those special people that you meet, you make really good friends with. Sometimes you meet them in the randomest fuckingest ways. You never know. A little bit of kindness can fucking, change a whole world, a dark world in someone's life. Being kind to them. So I try to like focus on that kind of stuff at the holidays. Especially those who are sad and struggling and stuff. Yeah, it's the Purple King LED piece of crap I got in this one tent going. Well, exactly, 781, Kaz V, Zach 187. I mean, that's the thing. Positivity reeks more positivity, right? It rubs off on people. Well, ich liebe sprechen Deutsch für die, mein Bruder. Mit mein Scheiße Deutsch, das ist alt in die Wörtern in my mind, für sprechen Deutsch. Green has brought me all my friends in one way or another.
I wouldn't say all of mine, but definitely a ex-wife and a few other people for sure. That's right. I would go like "Tss, tss, tss," and do a bunch of sound effects, but my wife's trying to shoot shit, I think, so I won't piss her off. She's already having a hard day. I love the fact that we quit cigarettes here at Potsquatch Growers. Just having the odd stogie here and there, and the wife lets me have a few of them as long as I don't get too crazy in the house. 'Cause she doesn't mind the smell. So there we go. Now be careful, my little Christian Bible humpers. I am the son of two priests, so remember that when I'm speaking that way. But let's just be careful here. We've got many people all over the world here. Let's not bring religion into it. Let's talk about the amazing grace of the universe and the wheat titty growers and the wheat titty people and the amazing beauty that is the human soul and heart and kindness and compassion. Fuck yeah, Cody. Congratulations, Cody. Dude, that's awesome. I'm still having 3 to 6 cigars a day, but I don't smoke the whole thing at once. I smoke a little bit, then I put it out, a little bit, then put it out. I try to watch myself. Some nights, some days or nights, I have more than others for sure. Um, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about moderation. Keep yourself in check and trying to, not be a dumbass, which, sometimes I struggle with. Funny? Yes. True? Yes. 1 second here. Putting this little tripod-y, what you call it, down. There we go. Yeah, see, 781 Casv Zach 187. We call it kind of the orphan dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, like I used to make a lot of friends who would be, because like growing up in Vancouver, for example, wasn't from there, but I grew up there from basically the summer I turned 12. And growing up in Vancouver, BC, there's a lot of different people from a lot of different places, a lot of foreign people who, some of them were students, some were this and that. So I make a lot of random friends because I spent a lot of time in bars. That's kind of where my happy place was for many years. And so I just meet people and I'd be like, and so everyone around them, and they don't really understand Christmas, or they understand it, but they're away from family, they don't have anywhere to go. And I was like, well, fuck it, motherfucker, come on down to my house. And there's something so beautiful, like when people realize you genuinely mean that, you say that to them, like, come on over. It's all good. There's like this fire in their eyes, this excitement. It kind of reminds me of like how a kid's eyes gets excited and lights up, and it's I don't know, shit like that warms the heart, and I think it's really important. 1 second here. Trying to quit cigarettes costs more than smoking weed when you grow it yourself, and I smoke an OZ a week. Now, I feel you, NL Mountain Man. I mean, I'm cigar smoking these days myself. It's not necessarily saving my money right now. Little bit, maybe, but not much. But for me, the main thing right now, the main motivation is the health thing. And then I will be happy with the money part of it, too, when I can maybe probably reduce my cigar smoking just a little bit. Well, I already quit cigarettes, Crystal. It's been 6 weeks. I have no issues. Now, mind you, I'm kind of cheating because I was a cigar and pipe smoker for over half the time I smoked. So it's not like I'm switching off something I only smoked. I'm still getting nicotine in my system, but it's a very different type of nicotine, and that there's a lot less secondary chemicals going along with what I'm smoking. I'm the same way. If I've brought food friends that couldn't make over. Hell yeah, right? 781. Like, it's just these small acts of kindness. I think is what really can begin to start to shift the world. A lot of people like, oh, that sounds like some idealistic hippy dippy crap. And I said, no, it's not. If one person does one nice thing, it's a small, kind act. You don't know what that effect had on that person that's now there. And it can be like a chain reaction that passes. And, the small acts of kindness are the true graces of beauty in the day-to-day life in this world. And it's a dark fucking place. It's a dark fucking place. A lot of fucked up shit happens, and there's more fucked up shit happening year by year. But part of how we stand against that kind of dark crap, simple acts of kindness, compassion,
awareness, and think. Second here. Just making sure I'm caught up on all of this. Yes. Okay. Same thing. Perfect. Both screens are currently the same thing. Not exactly sure which movie you're referencing at the moment, but it could be because I'm stoned. If I referenced a movie inadvertently or did and forgot, I apologize. We're thinking we should make like an action film. I'll start working out. I'll get a little bit more jacked like when I was a fighter before I retired from doing that. Get like super jacked again. Dress up like this, like Son of Santa. This time we're kicking ass. And just make like a cheesy, stupid action film that's just so cheesy and hockey and like totally 80s, 90s fucking cheese fest. I think it would be just a total Christmas cult classic, and we could write all the stupid crap into it. It would be great. And of course, I'll play the Son of Santa. Santa's been kidnapped by someone or something. And his son's coming to kick ass. And he's got his friend John McClane with him. I think it'd be fucking hilarious. It's funny because I keep switching between these two. Because this one I can kind of read, but then I ruin the shot. This one I can read, but then I ruin the shot. So, kind of fucked regardless. But I am very excited for the coming new year, my friends, I'll tell you. The new year is going to bring a lot of exciting things to the channel. And again, hopefully we do not get, crucified and destroyed by YouTube. We will see. Dear Google, please stop persecuting us. Most of us aren't doing anything wrong. Those who are being stupid, go for it, Google. Pretty sure with your supercomputers you could probably figure it out. My plants here. Okay, so these ones here are some bubble cushions that hail from Pilgor 420. That's not even called that. He's not called that anymore. It's like something farms. I don't know. Gorilla Blue from our friend Stina down in the States. In the middle, it's a shit purple kush from see, I always forget them. They're so irrelevant. I don't even remember the name of the company. Then we got some Bubba Cherry Firefly Cross, and then this is our clone from Troy. We are regenerating back to health. There's another clone in there in the Blurple tent as well. We'll move her in here tomorrow. Yes, I should. I would do so if I owned a fancy enough TV to do that. I could do maybe a VGA plug-in or an HDMI. I don't know if there's an HDMI or a VGA on this laptop. Like an HDMI at least. I could probably do an exterior monitor and then wire it into a TV that way. But I'm going to need to, get a slightly better TV than the one I would have access to do that with. Canna Ray's Garden. What's cracking, my friend? NL Mountain Man, 709-1960. Hey, Uncle Potsquatch, what would you estimate the cost of a gram or OZ of DIY weed? Ooh. That's got a multivariant to it. I mean, one, you're going to need to calculate what your general power consumption costs are. So you're going to need to run, like, for example, I would do, like, a basic platform. Give yourself a 4x4 Find out what the draw on your intake exhaust is going to be, your scrubber, your fans. Do it maybe with, like, a double squatch on a 4x4. Do the math on that one. Then you can calculate the rough general idea of the time. So give yourself maybe 6 to 9 weeks veg at an 18.6 calculation, and then calculate an 8 to 10 week flowering window for most things. Because typically, especially with high intensity discharge LED lighting systems, things finish a little quicker in terms of trichromes sometimes. So then you can kind of add it up and do it that way. So it's really hard to say, because also power consumption in everyone's different area is a very big different thing in that regard as well. So it's hard to say, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying it. Texas Pete, Samsung TVs maybe are cheap in America. Nothing's cheap in Canada. We pay exorbitant amounts of money for everything, and then get taxed up the ass, and sometimes we even get taxed on the tax. Oh, nothing wrong with that kind of Wraith God. Welcome to the closet to another laboratory, which is a renovated garage. We're just doing a live stream show here, my friend. Basically, right now, this is the first live stream show we've done in the room for a while. The room has, we harvested a while back, and then we had a bunch of shit going on. Didn't get the room going back again. Well, these are some of our new little babies that we're going to be having going. We've only got one of the double squatch lighting systems fired up right now. But we will be getting the room going and blowing. And these are some of the babies that you'll be seeing featured in the new year. So it's going to be a good time, my friend. One second here. Well, I feel you, Michael Summers. I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm going to go spend money on myself, I probably should be responsible and get this disgusting destroyed tooth out of my head that I'm currently fighting and have been fighting for months before I could probably go afford to do that. Because, well, really, I mean, I'm getting by right now with what I'm doing. And, spending company funds on this when we're a small startup and, well, we already had our PayPal account seized and all this shit that's been sort of stupid. I'm just going to hold off on that expenditure really right for now. But we'll get there. We'll get there, my friends. Don't worry. We're eventually going to have a fucking national, international TV show out of this. We're actually got that in the works. We're working on that right now. We'll get there. It's going to be okay. But for now, we're going to struggle through. And we will persevere. NL Mountain Man, 709, 1960. It's hard to say. I haven't actually sat down and even done the costing to that point on my end. I have a rough idea, maybe. It's an interesting question. I will come up with my personal opinion on the quote-unquote algorithm of it, shall we say, or the equation. And then I'll try to come up with an answer in the next week or so for you, if I have the time to. Michael Summers, I need more lighting tech than I already have, so sadly, that one won't go. Technically, Cody Monco, beans are legal anywhere in the States, to my knowledge, as long as done as a novelty item without the intention of purpose for actual germination. I know that sounds stupid, but it is a legal loophole. It's how it worked in Canada before this stupid pretend legalization came about. But be smart about it. Don't just put them in there. Think about science. For example, Mylar is an aluminized polymer that blocks X-rays. I'm not going to talk about it any further out of protection for our channel, but I've started you on the right path. Go on Google and read. Hey, peace and love, Felicia Casper Skibby. Keep it real, baby girl. Rock and roll. One second here. Whoop. One second here. There we go. And we're back. But yeah, so coming in the new year, though, I'm very excited. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of new upgrades, and we're going to be showing some crazy shit. And at the end of the day, we got a TV show coming. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be beginning to do. We do have a works in initially launching at least a CBD product in the States. We're trying to work with the Canadian government to see if we can bring it into Canada. We will get there eventually. We're not there yet. But definitely launching and going forward in terms of the American markets on that one. The new tech upgrades coming are going to be pretty bee's knees themselves, and those will be released when they're ready, and we will tell everyone about that. It's going to be good, though. A lot of regular content. We're going to be doing a lot of scheduled pre-shot stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of cooking shows. We're going to be doing a lot of, the cooking show one, we're going to do that regularly, whether it's a monthly episode that we release or a weekly episode or starting with a monthly, getting up to a weekly. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but we will get there. Yeah, it's going to be good, though. Oh yeah, the world out there is crazy, Cody. But again, we're being careful about the YouTube stuff, so let's not get our ass pinched here. Can't wait for the education part of the content. Well, I mean, I'd like to say there's a fair amount of education that's still being covered in the live streams themselves. But we will be doing more videos and doing that. We are going to be launching Potsquatch Growers University as well. And that's going to be a good time. And I'm looking forward to that. That will be a subscription-based service that is offered, but it will be very affordable. So, one second here. Next live show, if I make it, anyone willing to test some beans, let me know. I'm always willing to try some stuff out, especially if it's an indica dominance there, Cody. Send me an email, Potsquatch420, my friend. So, my friends, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a beer. But you know what? Fuck it. We'll take you with us. Because why not? We've got a tripod.
And we can walk through. That's right. We need to get more beer to keep this party going. Dun 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 dun. Just a moment here. No, yes. She's doing the song Old Bourbon from Bob's Burgers. I believe she's doing a new kind of recording of that one because it came from a Christmas episode of that show and it was a very good time. So that's going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that one. Ooh, this is fucking trippy watching this thing move around there and then watch it do it on the camera. Oh my God, we're having an earthquake, people. Ah, say Teddies, say Louis Teddies. All right, moving on. I'm going to take it out of this stupid iPod, their fucking tripod here. One second here. Boom. Bear with me here, my friends. All right. So, you gonna be sick there, Frankie boy? Oh no, Frankie, me too. No, I'm good. Don't worry. We're all good, everybody. We're all good. See, the weird thing about this, though, shooting it this way in horizontal, I feel like it's like super close to my face. But I guess when I was doing it this way, it like was probably the same really on your end, just skinny maybe. I don't know. Just gonna hold it really far back. There we go. Oh, right. I don't know. So, and like for example, in the new year, would some of you like to see us starting to go around and showing you some other setups and some of our friends out here setups there? I know we have our friends there down at Sasquatch Cannabis Co. They are local, and we have become close friends. They and I. And I know they're right now in the process of trying to go craft LP and at least fight for their rights in that way, and a big support to them. But I'm sure they'd probably let us to come down and check it out at some point. They're still in partial build. Things are running there, but like that's a little tour we could go do there and show you the insides and the inner workings. And we've got a lot of other friends, little setups we could probably go check out with you there if you'd like to this part of the show. I don't know. So, my friends, does anyone here have a specific thing that they would like to see in terms of new content coming in the new year? Peace out, Mike the Safer Ride Squatch. Keep it real, baby. Keep it sexy. Excuse me. There we go. Look at the shites. Rock and rolling. Yeah, you did, Paper Scratcher. Welcome back to the Hizzy. How you been doing, my friend? Trying to do this horizontally, and it's tripping me out. I don't like holding the phone like this, but we're trying to make it work. I don't do BHO. I'm not against any form of I'm totally against any form of blasting. I am not a solvent based in terms of at least like a gas based, petrol based kind of a blasting advocate. So we only make rosin. And probably one of the hard things is too is it seems that YouTube in any form of extract videos, that's what they're going after, you know, and they're really trying to fuck with that hard, and it's pretty frustrating. Like they took down our how to make dry ice hash video, and that was pretty frustrating because we didn't do anything wrong and we did not breach the community guidelines, but we still got fucked in it anyway. So, what are you gonna do? Hey, I know the struggle, Paper Scratcher. Fuck, the struggle's real, my friend. Trying to balance growing and a life and jobs and all that crap. It's intense. What's up, Too Drunk, Too Slappy? How you doing? What's up, Kyle Paris? I hope you're doing well. Root aeration. Yes, it is a wonderful thing to do. Give it a little pokey poke, or you can aerate through another number of different ways, introducing a small hydrogen peroxide solution. There's some easy accessible oxygen as well, or going old school like they used to do with our lawns at the high school with the big machines, make the little poop bricks, and we throw them at each other. Lewis 300, no, we will not, because I hate cobs. Cobs are bullshit, and cobs are not the future. Cobs kind of remind me of like when I was a kid, and then in between floppy drives and proper USB sticks, we had those weird like little discs that were kind of like a floppy disk, but then was like more storage, and it had its own specific drive. You had to plug into the computer to use the damn things. Around for about 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then we got rid of them. That's kind of the cob thing in my world. I mean, or at least currently that's how I feel, and I don't foresee us ever using cobs. I just don't think having such a centralized focal point of light really is the best way to approach LED grow lights. I think by separating up the diodes, balancing the diodes, and doing it that way, and going with the diode base rather than a cob base with this sort of that hot central point, if that fucking cob fucks up on you, you're fucked. And most cobs operate on a 34 volt basis. I prefer a 24 volt basis of design. Our X3 strip that was a dually option was a 34 volt option on the old style strip that we had, right? But going forward and future designs and everything, we're phasing out a 34 volt. We made those strips initially. Well, we didn't. It was a product that was created by Soul Strip initially when they were a parts company, because a lot of people were using cobs. The cobs would burn out. They're like, well, fuck, man, I got a driver that works and I got all these fucking cobs, but they operate 34 volt. I can't do anything else with them. So basically what they did was they developed a 34 volt style dually strip that could then go and be interchangeable or be compatible to all of these old cob based 34 volt drivers. But again, the 34 volt basis wiring, in our opinion, is kind of outdated, and we're shifting away from that going forward in the future. I mean, we're always going to still have options to help you in that regard, or do our best in terms of people who want to have a 34 volt operation. But really, in terms of how we view tech, where it's going, and what we're doing with it, and what we're doing, because our goal is by year 2, 3, 4 to be the industry standard, really. And 24 volts the way to go on that one. Hey, baby, how's it going? How is your recording? It sounds very nice.
Not recording.
Okay. 1 second, everybody. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm back. She was practicing. She wasn't recording, but I know she is practicing, in fact, for that video. It's going to be a very good song. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's a holiday song, and it's about drinking. It's a good time. Oh, fuck yeah, Frankie boy. Well, one thing that we're definitely going to be doing on this run, too, because one of the things I'm really thinking about doing... 1 second. Just gonna have another puff of this, and then before we go in there, I don't like smoking tobacco around the plant. Be wary of tobacco mosaic virus, my friends. Be wary of tobacco mosaic virus. But what we're going to be playing around with this one on this time is doing a lot of training and trying to, like, because on the last run, we had them go extremely tall. Part of that was done on purpose. I wanted to see how crazy can these lights crank? Will they be able to penetrate? Will they be able to go in and through into these plants and go deep into them and be there and be like, can I reach the lower nodal levels? And they could. So a big part of that was for us to test the general penetration ability of the new rigs, as well as show that to everybody. So now on the next one, we're not worried about that. We know that they can handle a 7-foot tall plant. It got stupid. But now, I'm actually thinking that I very much want to actually just probably get another table like this, just another old dining room table, and put it right under here and have everything kind of raised up. One, it's easier on my back to work on. And two, we're going to do a lot of crazy training and try to maximize some shit out and bush them out. Exactly, Texas Pete. So what we're going to do is, simply put, we will show you, and I will make an attempt to catalog a lot more of what we do on this run. So everyone can kind of feel included in that regard on that one, if that makes sense. If you know what I'm saying. I need to roll a joint. Just a second, everyone. Trying to get the angle right. Well, good enough anyway. There we are. Roll our little joint. Sorry, everybody, I'm just playing catch-up reading. Yes, Matt Doucette, part of why you don't smoke tobacco, and as you notice, we did not come back into the room smoking, is because there's a thing called tobacco mosaic virus. How do I put tobacco mosaic virus simply? It's kind of like herpes. So, for example, if you give tobacco mosaic virus to a plant, and then you take cuttings from that plant, and then make those into clones, and then you take one of those clones, and it still carries tobacco mosaic virus, and turn it to a mother plant. You can keep using that mother plant, propagating it for a long time. But what it does is it damages, and it creates these weird kind of sections. That's why I compare it to herpes kind of, to the chlorophyll beds of your plant. What is it doing? It's hindering how effective at both storing nutrition as well as doing photosynthesis your fan leaves or your leaf tissues in general are. So it is then, therefore, one, looks weird. And a lot of people are like, you got bugs? You're like, no, I got tobacco mosaic. It's like, you got fucking AIDS? No, I got herpes. And it's a breakout. Except with tobacco mosaic virus, it's kind of always there. But that is then harming your yield via that, right? So, yeah. I hope that helps. But have a good, goofy, wrinkly plant bonfire. Well, there you go, Cody. You probably shouldn't, though, Cody. Tobacco mosaic virus, it's real. One second, everybody. I gotta roll my joint. So, would everyone like a little bit of a show on Christmas Day, coming from the Christmas celebrations at Potsquatch's house? Glenn Wills and his friend gonna be here. A couple of the friends were probably supposed to be showing up, so you know we could do a tiny little like hello thing for Christmas. But going into the new year, like I said, a lot more consistent live stream shows. I'm going to attempt to have the live stream shows be more of a scheduled thing. And you know when to tune in. and also more regular scheduled content and programming. I don't think it might be. It might be a live stream show segment. I would like to include Mrs. Potsquatch, give her her own little spot, whether it's a weekly thing or once a month on the channel. Because I think it'd be an interesting thing for people to get to know, one, personally the partner of the Potsquatch, but two, for some of the newer growers and kind of do a newer grower show where she can talk about how she's been learning on stuff about the ways of the wheat titties, etc. So. Yeah, again, let's all reiterate, do not smoke tobacco around your weed plants. Tobacco mosaic virus is a very real thing. It's not going to destroy anything. It's like herpes. It's just there. But it will harm your yield, and it will harm a bunch of crap. So at the end of the day, my friends, let's get real. Don't fuck around with tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, so Matt, we could definitely do some new cloning stuff once I get these girls healthy enough and big enough in veg to play around with. Well, exactly, and she's working on a couple of new parodies as well that are kind of pot-based parodies. So it's fun. It's so funny because we get a lot of emails of a lot of people like, do you know how many man, I got pot stuck in my fucking head, yo. I got pot stuck in my head. All over the world. And I'm all like, baby, you hear that? Baby, it's crazy. No, I don't, Kyle Paris. That would actually be a very good, that is a video I've never touched really much on the subject. I've referenced it a little bit. Excuse me. Woohoo! Grabs you by the boo-boo. But that would be a very good idea. I like that. So we could definitely do some videos on that, Kyle Paris. Let's let our road babies live and breathe, you know? Oh, Merry Christmas as well, and Happy Holidays back to you as well, Kyle Paris, my friend. Wait. Text Pete, what are you talking about? What wrong are we talking about? Texas Pete? Or is it a wrong something? 1 second here. I'm confused about what Texas Pete's talking about. Texas Pete, what are you talking about, you crazy bastard? All right. We're doing it in the public chat, but all right. Okay then. If it's a private thing, though, why are we talking about it publicly in my live stream, though, boys? I'm just saying. You know I love you both. I'm not upset. I'm just saying. If it's that kind of thing that you can't tell Uncle Potsquatch, but yet you're publicly talking about it, well, hidden in plain sight maybe, but let's not do that, please. You know I love you. You know I love you. But please don't. It's like back in the early days of the channel when I didn't release my face. I am a talking, faceless thing. I am the floating thing. You might occasionally see some beard. But that is it. No! Don't do that! Oh. There we go. The connection on the laptop went a little weird there for a second. Matt Doucette. I'm big on the fabric and AirPods, but I've never used anything else. Kind of curious to make a real impact, seeing that my boy Squatch just used HR buckets. Well, that's true. And then the last one we used, big plastic planters. I've always been a big fan of plastic shit. Not a fan of plastic in terms of the environment per se, but
You know, I always grew up growing in either buckets or if I need something bigger, like big giant, like plastic planters, right? So, you know, I'm kind of curious because I've never grown with AirPods. Like, I'll be completely honest with that one. I've never grown a single AirPod. So I'm curious myself to try them around. We're actually playing around with some designs on AirPods, even currently with some people who do know AirPods of maybe things to release. I have an understanding of how they work. I've never personally used them, but probably should maybe fuck around with them a bit, especially if we're going to be launching our own line of AirPods. But I don't mind at all, Paper Scratcher. Um, Send me a private message just with the names of them. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to give people shout outs. There's no issues there. I'm here to support the growth of us all. For us to stand together, that is the whole point of what the community is. That is the point of the Potsquatch Growers Army. Everyone's a Potsquatch. Everyone is part of the Weed Trader community if they choose to be. The only thing that will have you removed from the community is if, in fact, you prove to be an asshole and mistreating people regularly and just prove to be an overall cunt fuck dickhead. So, you know, then we might, you know, tell you to fuck off. But other than that, you know, let people be. Come as you are. Rock and roll. Yeah, I'm working on that text speed. I mean, I would have launched a whole garden line if I had the money to release it all at once. But it's all about baby steps. Don't buy the horse before the cart. And we're trying to play it smart. But we're working on that for you and everybody else as well, my brother Text Speed. Oh, that sounds fucking gross, Cody. It'll get there, buddy. Keep the faith, keep the fight alive, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's just Paper Scratcher on YouTube. Okay. Is it Paper Scratcher on Instagram? I know we've talked, I'm pretty sure, on Instagram, so I should know that, but I'm an idiot, so. Texas Pete, you hold the record of being the person who bought pretty much everything other than a light. Justin Burberry, picture to that one, our friend down in Oklahoma. But you were basically the first person who ever bought anything we've ever released, other than the lights. And I know you were itching to be the first one too on the light too. You silly, wonderful man, you. Don't worry. That is my long-term goal. Is actually, you know, I eventually made the joke, the Tesla of pot. Well, it's always going to be that. The fact is I want to eventually release pretty much anything and everything required for growing cannabis for your needs, and do my darndest to make it available all around the world. A side-by-side would be a good experiment show. Same soil, same genetics, same everything, and then a side for the roots of the show. Oh, on the pots, do you mean, Matt? Yeah, that would be an interesting experiment. I like it. It's a good idea. Grow YVR, baby. What's crack like, my friend? I did some trim gel time this afternoon. Hell yeah. I mean, your crop was looking good in your last run, and I'm excited to see how it all turns out, man. Hell yeah, Paper Scratcher. I'm also just really excited for you to, you know, play around with it too. Because I think probably one of my favorite things that I'm starting to get a chance to see is our lights have been on market and selling for long enough that I'm starting to see people playing with them. I'm starting to see people's results. They're starting to speak to me and send it to me and show it to me. And that's been pretty fucking cool. You know. Hey, Paper Scratcher, there's nothing disrespectful about 150 subs. It took me almost a year to hit 100 subscribers initially on YouTube. And then things started growing. And all of a sudden, we were at about 16.2 thousand, almost 2 million views. And I was like, holy crap, when did that happen?
Hill Berkeley Swankle. What's up, homie? 420 UK. That's right, Hill Berkeley Swankle. 420 Canada to your 420 UK. It's crack-a-lack. What's the weather over in the UK like there right now? Let's do some math. It's 10:50 p.m. here right now, so it must be what? Are you 8 hours ahead? Or is it 9? Let's do the math at 8. We'll call it 11. That is about 7. Is it about 7-ish a.m. there in the UK, my friend? Raining. Ah, yes, it rains a lot here too. 6:50 a.m. I got pretty close, actually. Not bad for stoner random math. All right. Cody Monco, you know what? HLG lights are still good, man. They're overpriced. They're not as good as mine, but they're still really fucking good, bro. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad, Cody. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't have too many hours on them, you could probably flip them for a bunch because you overpaid for them and just sell them to someone and then go buy a Squatch light. I don't have a video on spectrum versus quality, but we could do a video where we at least talk about it. I'd have to get like shitty spectrum tech to show why we just use 3500. But I mean, it's doable, and that's I like that. That's an interesting idea. You know, because at the end of the day, I also want to like figure out like what's the important things. What are the helpful things that people would like Potsquatch to talk about? Because I mean, I think I do a decent job about coming up with shit about what we should talk about. But there's always more to talk about. And maybe some people need some things to know, or want to know, or want us to fuck around with to see it, right? So. No, Swung Hill Berkeley Swample. Have you been doing, you were like an HPS grower before you went into the LEDs, or? Not to mention more par intensity and par balance as well, Cody. But now I'm just kind of pouring salt in the wound. It is true. You would have had better coverage in every way, and you probably just would have been better off. But there's always the future. Don't fret. And still love your rigs. Like, I mean, just because they're not our rigs doesn't mean, like, they're still... I've got some HLGs in the other room. I'm not using them right now, but I used those before we released our lights. You know, like they're good lights. Don't hate on your lights. Love them. Be their friend. Well, you know, you'll eventually get yourself into the Squatch world. Okay? Don't worry about it. And if you really feel that strongly about it, go flip them to an idiot. Get your money out of them that you put in, and then buy a bunch of Squatches. Oh, dude, mostly weed. I work for myself as well, 7 days a week. No rest for the wicked. You cannot stop. Well, sometimes you can, and you need to, or else you go mad. But you gotta kind of balance the dance, if you know what I'm saying. Sad but true. You gotta rock and roll and play with it anyway. Well, Matt Doucette, this beard is not even a year old. This beard is going to turn 1 year old January 6th. So this isn't even a year old yet, my friend. This is a 1 year beard. So we'll see where she's going in the next few years. But for now, this is an almost 1 year old beard. My dad's down to here. Mine's much thicker than his, and I want to see if it can get as long. That sounds dirty, a little weird. But that's beards for you. But thank you very much for your compliment. I appreciate it. Grow YVR. Currently, right now, we've got some babies. We've got from seed these ones. We've got some Bubba Kush that was reworked for Pilgor 420 down in Arizona. His personal reworking of Bubba Kush. We've got our friend Stina's Gorilla Blue, which is blueberry crossed with blueberry sativa back. Gorilla Blue, blueberry being the cross of Gorilla Glue number 4.
I believe, and DJ Short's Blueberry Indica. We've got the Bubba Cherry crossed with Firefly, Firefly being from Jinx Proof Genetics. This one was personally done by our friend Nancy. She is quite close with the main dude of the Jinx Proof Genetics, so she sent us a few of those beans. So we're playing around with some of those. And then this one plant right here, which is where Cologne we're bringing back to life after she's had a long fight, but she's going to turn them beautiful. Her sister's in the weird purple tent. We'll get her in here too. But long story short, this is a Northern Lights plant gifted to us by our friend Troy. Magic Weedibus, nothing like a good spliff. Oh, I feel you, Magic Weedibus. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm curious to see where it goes. I mean, because right now my dad's beard is kind of like to about there or so. And I think I can get mine to there. It's not the length that's the issue. As long as mine keep growing. But I think by the time mine gets there, I think mine could be much bigger. And I'll be like, ha ha ha. You know? Just to be a dick. Oh yeah, Northern Lights, like a true Northern Lights genealogy is a beautiful, wonderful thing. Light stressed in what way? What did you do to them? I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm sorry. You know, that's where, like, you know, truly growing, as it were, most of the weed is basically, you know, patience. Patience is a big deal on that. Oh, I remember the days as well, my friend Girl Prodigy. The hood days of truth. Oh, man. Sorry, everybody, I'm just reading. Oh, yeah, no, Big Mac. If you've got a full cranking Big Squatch, do not put a young seedling on there. Like, for example, these seedlings here, for example, are under double squatch. But right now, like, I'm still going to give them another day or two to get used to the light before I bring it down. Wait, the computer doesn't do the cameraing. I'm a dumbass. All right, let's try this again. So, see these little babies, right? I've still got this raised up from the way we were using it before. I will bring them down in a couple of days. I'm just letting them get used to it before I bring that down on them. Okay? But for young seedlings, like how young are we talking, brother? Because if it's a super young seedling, my friend, my goodness gracious me, be careful. One way that you can try to make this work. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me. Camera angles. Good enough. All right. What the fuck was I talking about? Matt Doucette, do you have any tricks for filtering your exhaust? I live in a very congested neighborhood, Calgary, and my charcoal filter seems to clog easily. Well, if you're looking, if you're looking for a discreet way to tap into something, tapping into something if you want to be discreet, don't fuck your house up unless you, like, if you own it, go do what you want, but just be smart and do things properly. But tapping into an air vent or an access to your roof is good. How big is your carbon filter? Like, is it like this? Or is it really tiny? Or like, is it a shitty carbon filter? Because like, I've never experienced an issue where I've had a carbon filter clog unless you're running a lot of dirty air with a lot of particulate in it, so you're kind of congesting the actual intakes on the filter itself. Like that could be a thing maybe, right? But, you know? Well, paper scratcher one, I'll probably, well here, let me go grab a beer. You know what, Hilbertly Swanko, let me know how that Mike Tyson weed is, alright? I'm curious. I'm curious to hear someone who's tried that Mike Tyson weed. I'm curious to see what Mikey's doing. Let me know. I'm curious. When I want it sometimes, she looks sad for a few minutes and then stand by his neck, but some don't do that. Well, one, do you have really hard water, for example, 15th ward, or could be that you're over-watering and it's kind of a high humidity environment, so maybe the plant's getting stressed that way. Like, there's a few different things that can be causing that. It also could just be you overthinking things. And maybe just don't look at the plant. If you're saying, like, at first it does this, but then it always looks fine afterwards, then just don't look at it. Would be a big thing, I would say. Just water it, and then look at it 3 hours later. Because a few hours of leaf movement is not a big thing. Because, like, these plants are smart. They can move their leaves. They can rotate them. They can dance. They can move and decide to do movements for what they want, right? So, don't. I think that's an issue for a lot of new growers. It's because of love, often, right? It's not a bad thing. You want to do well. You want to take care of your weed to the plant to do a good job, right? But simply put, we overthink things when we're new growers. We care too much, and we think everything's a problem. Or we're like, oh my God, it got healthier. It grew taller. Like, it's not quite that, obviously, right? But I mean, it's just like, I think that is kind of a good way to illustrate what I'm talking about. Beautiful, man, Doucette. Sorry, everybody, I'm just playing catch up here. Sorry, Grow Prodigy, could you speak Celsius? It'll be easier for my brain, especially while I'm trying to read a lot of messages. Oh, dude, shrooms are resilient. They can grow in hours. They're insane. Okay, 1 second here. Totally true, Grow Prodigy. Wipe it clean, clean her down, and then if you're really worried, spray it with some Jakes. What's up, Jay Bailey? Yo! What's up, Scotland? How's it going, CMFX Bassa? I got yellow bottom leaves in one of my plants, slowly starting to affect the top leaves. What should I do? Well, one, if it's totally starting at the bottom, probably root lock. Take a look at how big the pot is, and if you, like, how far in flower are you? Are we in veg? I mean, I prefer just eating shrooms if I were to do shrooms. Like, tease the knife, but I won't really. A good shroom to me always tasted like communion bread in church when I was a kid. Yes, this is one of the little clothes from my friend Troy that we're bringing back, and then the rest of the little babies. 1 second, everybody. I'm going to grab a beer really quickly. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
And we're back. And we're still at 31 people. So we lost some, but we're back. Sorry, everybody. Had to grab a beer. We are back now. Oh, I feel you, mostly weed. I mean, I only really had a bad trip on shrooms once. That was a really bad trip. Me and my friends ate some shrooms when we were kids, went to go watch a Star Wars movie. And we're sitting there and we're like, it's one of the newer ones, right? So it's where Yoda's fucking like having his lightsaber battle. And I'm like, I grew up as a young kid watching all the original Star Wars films. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, Yoda doesn't use a lightsaber, man. Like, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm all like, holy shit. So far, it was going really well. But then these assholes down the way, these like dickheads, and there's like kids in the theater, right? Like, and like they started smoking pot. It was not us though. But we were high on shrooms. So the usher came in and was like, oh, it must be these guys. So we got kicked out of the theater. And then like I hit the light and I was like, ah, it's so bright. And I freaked out. And I like ran. I was like downtown Vancouver. I like ran to this bus that was pulling up. I was like, 16 Arbutus. I know that bus. And I just hopped on it. And my buddy's like, no, Josh, where that bus? Like we're both freaking out. So he kept on the bus. And we both just sat on the bus like this. This is a bit much for us. And then we got like over the bridge and we got off the bus and we just power walked for like 2 hours to our buddy's house. Hell yeah. Much love back to you, 15th Ward. Rest well, my friend. Thank you for joining us on the show and hanging out and tuning in, my friend. Okay, well, one, Zeke. First, you got to obviously fix the lighting issue. Second, give them a nice, good, long, dark period that's not a 12-hour, but give them maybe a little bit of extra just to hang out. Then, give them a little extra love. Talk to them. Maybe give them a little easily accessible sugar. Don't hardcore feed right now if they have a bunch of light stress. Do a mild feed, but it's some good secondary shit. Molasses, for example, offers a lot of easily accessible sugar that'll help in a quick regeneration on your plant. And be gentle with her. And God damn it, pull the damn light up. And if it's too high, we need to build you like a scrim or something. Now, if we're talking about seedlings that are light stressed, you can't do much. If it's a young, tiny sprouting seedling, you kind of just got to let it fight for its life. And because anything you could add into it or do for the most part as like an extra accessible thing will be just too overwhelming for it if it's that shocked. Oh, I feel you, mostly weed. 100%. I feel you, my brother. Yes, Grow Prodigy, I didn't always have a beard. I decided to grow it out when I've accepted that one, I am balding. See, this part of my head is migrated. I am an actor like, so if you look right here, this part is all migrating backwards. Oh shit, that's a lot of red fuzz on my head. Sorry everybody, it's a cheap hat from Walmart. I'm not bleeding, it's red fuzz from the hat. But anyway, so that was kind of my new thing. I'm an actor, writer, comedian. I was like, well, what's my look? My look always had hair, and I shaved, and I didn't like that. I always liked having facial hair. I preferred being a bearded dude. In between auditions, because a lot of years I didn't get a lot of auditions, because I didn't have the greatest representation. I ended up finding out, but shit happens. But I would grow it out, but I kind of accepted my balding, and I was like, well, it's migrating out of my face now, and I'm just going to grow my beard out now. If a film or television show wants me to shave it,
I'm open to doing that for a lot of money. Well, it's not real brick. That's all faux brick. It's not real brick. That's like a faux brick sheeting. And I was drunk when I did that. So it's kind of randomly thrown together. But it's kind of an homage to the functionality of, a super drunk me many moons ago when I first bought this house, strung it together. Occasionally had to throw, the odd piece of duct tape on it. But that kind of feels like a Canadian homage to me, so I kind of go with it. No, paper scratcher, I didn't. I probably would have told everybody if I booked something and got excited about it. Yeah, c'est la vie, we've gotten close many times. We're working on it. I mean, our TV show that me and Mrs. Potsquatch wrote and co-directed and co-starred and shot a year and a half ago, we shot the pilot. And it's almost done the edit now. I'm going to do the premiere on that and shop it around, try to get her going, so... Magic Widows, wish you the best, Uncle Pot. Merry Christmas, all love you all. Wish every pothead the best to achieve your goal next year. Grow more pot this year. 4 kilos next. We want some. Fuck yeah, Magic Widows. That was a beautiful sentiment. I like that one. I second it. That is beautiful, Magic Widows. Beautiful words. Hey man. This is my word girl prodigy. She's creative and Canadian. Very tough tape. I grew up watching Red Green. If you're not Canadian and not of a certain age, you may have no idea at all what that is. But it was a TV show back in the day in Canada. Red Green. You'd be astonished with what this man would do with duct tape. Magic Weedables. I hope you and yours have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful holiday. I need to read more. Hey, no, exactly, right? And mostly weed, that's the beautiful thing. That's the magic of the camera, mostly weed. Things read decently, like on a film set, right? Put up some faux brick, and if you shoot it right or you don't shoot it too close, you're okay. Do some nice textured painting on it. You can make shit look aged and stuff. Like, actually, set decorating and shit is actually what Mrs. Potsquatch is trying to get into in film right now, which is pretty rad. She loves doing like home renos and changing things, doing this. So it makes sense that she wants to do shit like that. It makes sense to me. And plus, it's pretty cool. It's kind of the magic behind a lot of the eye of the film. So. Well, I'm thinking Big Mac creates. One thing is, industry seems to be shifting a little bit. And it's a little bit easier to go in. You try to get picked up. But sometimes it's almost easier to get into the streaming services if you shoot the season and then sell them season 1 done. So in order to do that, basically, we will be then finding investors to basically fund season 1, and then we turn around and sell it to Netflix, Amazon, Apple TV, whoever wants to pay the most for it, and then support us going forward with positive, response. I mean, Netflix is a big one in Canada, so it's very much a Canadian show. So a Canadian launch, obviously, would probably be where it would start, but I don't know. It'd be sweet if it was available in the States and all over the world too. People might not give a shit because it's Canadian, but it's the sad truth of our country. We've accepted it and moved on. Oh, I feel you, Girl Prodigy. Oh, I feel you. Some of my earlier days, too, when I had sort of certain things set up in such a way where my whole place would have been like that, I feel you 100%. How do I make my final decision when to cut my ladies? Well, one, genetic dependent, what I want it to be and what I want to try to go for. It's all based off trichrome coloration, with the secondary of watching the general look of the quote-unquote maturation or the ripenings of the wheat titty. After a long time, you just, between those factors and just being in there daily gardening, loving your titties, you kind of get to know it. A lot of the genetics that I've been growing with on the channel, for example, I know quite well, so I knew what it was going to be. So it was pretty easy to kind of just do it. Minus the Platinum Cookies God, but that was a new one for us. Donkey penises. If any of you are left over from the early days of this channel, you will remember the donkey penis buds, I'll tell you. But anyway, long story short, yeah, kind of just spaced out for a second. I'm a fan of hash magic weedables. Canada's alright. There's a lot of shit here that's fucked up, and we're working on it. Right, call pairs? Red, green, duct tape, Canada. It's a fuck thing. There's some decent hip-hop coming out of Canada. I used to be a rapper years ago as a freestyler, and then I emceed in Europe for a lot of electronic shows. I was just a rapper, but I went over there, and they're like, hey, that works for our shit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You're going to pay me money to, smoke dope and drink and, basically rap over electronic dance music in my mind? They're like, yeah. I was like, sweet, cool, sounds good, done. It was an interesting time in my life. Oh yeah, Crow Prodigy. It is a different world. If I flower for a week or two to find sexy, I understand the titties. Will I have to wait a long time to re-veg? High goals 420. I would encourage you not to do that. I would encourage you just to basically wait. The plant will show you its sex. Just be patient. And it's not hard to identify sex glands. And so, yeah, you're going to be adding a lot more time to your grow doing that, as opposed to if you just learn to, one, be patient and begin to identify pre-glands on the flower and judging from that to the finishing of the cannabis, etc., if you know what I'm saying. Well, I feel you, Magic Weedipus, last couple summers, huge sections of where we live in BC have been, on fire and shit. It's been crazy. And then California this summer was, just down from us, was also super on fire. It's been insane. Remember a number of years ago up in Pemberton, BC, you go up there and it was thicker smoke than a Cheech and Chong movie. It was fucked up. Oh, dude, I love a good blackout curtain. Well, I was an actor and a stage actor, so, I know a good blackout curtain. But anyway, my friends, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm tired. It's 11:19, and I think I'm going to go eat some dinner and spend some time with my wife and go to bed on the eve of Christmas Eve. Peace and love, my friends. Keep it real. Keep it sexy. Uncle Potsquatch loves you, and we'll bring you a live stream or a video or something tomorrow. Happy holidays, all you beautiful motherfuckers. See you in the new year soon, but we'll see you before that, though, and you know what I'm saying. Keep it real, and keep your wheat titties growing. Talk to you soon.